And welcome back. Sorry I'm late, but I was busy all day, but I'm now pre-recording I'm recording my videos for today now, so they'll be up a little later this evening, and pre-recording my videos for tomorrow. So this is Zanpakuto Creation. This one comes to us from Jonathan Lockhart, who asked the question, what is Lord Beerus' Zanpakuto? I've done Goku now, and might as well do Beerus. So first and foremost, this one I feel is kind of an odd mix given Beerus' personality. Beerus is a very proud individual, proud of his power, is not afraid to flaunt it or show it off, but at the same time, he's not evil. He is just a guy who does his job. He doesn't do it very well, as you find out, along with 8 other universes, but he still is a guy who just does his job, and he loves to eat. He does have his passions, and he does have levels of sympathy and compassion. It's just he's so old and so powerful and so, emboldened by his title, kind of overshadows that. So I'm like, what kind of Zanpakuto fits a person like that? And for me, first up, he's probably an individual who's maybe too powerful for a Zanpakuto. He's easily high universal, low multiversal individual. So I don't know if he's just an individual who's too powerful for a Zanpakuto or not. But if he had one, given his martial arts background, he is a martial artist, despite how he makes come off sometimes. And because he's so powerful, and most people don't give him a solid enough fight. Because of that, I think he would have like a melee / melee Keto-esque type. Something akin to Ichigo's, where it is mostly used for physical combat, but does have an ability to it. It would still take the form of a standard katana. I have no doubt about that. About that. Its release would be Eat Your Fill. And then its Shikai would be Chained Tiger, followed by Unchained Tiger for the Bankai. Chained Tiger, from Google Translate, roughly translates out to Chen Taiga, and then Enchendo Taiga. Now, that's probably not the right not the right actual pronunciation. In fact, let me see if I can find the Japanese word for tiger. 1 second. Japanese for tiger. Japanese for tiger. For tiger. That's you son of a. My keys are doing the thing where they don't work for a little bit until I gotta get them to work again. Okay. Japanese for tiger is Tora. So technically it should be more like, and then let's see. Let me see if I can Japanese for chained. So chained Rensa. So technically the name of this should actually be Rensa Tora, which sounds a lot better. And then Unchained would be Rensa Shitai Ina Tora. That's actually this is how I should have probably looked this stuff up. But either way, yeah, that would be the actual name of the Shikai and Bankai. What the spirit of this is, and this image comes to us from, at least from the person who uploaded it, lovely _Rose _rich, if I'm not mistaken. The spirit would be a tiger, a purple tiger, to match Beerus's coloration and motif. There you go, right behind him there, yeah. A purple tiger. He's a cat. He's a humanoid cat, mind you, but he's still a cat. A purple tiger. His coloration makes 100% all the sense in the world. And what the sword would do is really just turn into a big flat broadsword. Nothing's fancy, nothing ostentatious, just a big flat broadsword. Now, Shikai's ability would basically be whenever the user swings the sword with the flat side, not swinging it to cut, but swinging it more to, blunt, I guess we'll say, a large gust of basically power just comes in. Call it gravity, call it wind, call it energy, whatever it is. You suddenly just get hit by the force of his strength. And I think that kind of really fits Beerus pretty well. He's not a blunt instrument in the sense that he is, one note, he's completely dull. I've only got one purpose, and that's to fight and kill and blah, blah, blah. No, there is more to that, but in terms of what he kind of represents, he is just kind of power is what he is. So I think that's kind of actually a good representation that, yeah, the sword, he can still cut with it. He can still do that. He can be more fine-tuned with it. He can have more finesse. At the same time, though, what his ability is kind of represents him, where he's just kind of doesn't have time for this crap, so he just whoosh, done. There you go. The Bankai, the sword will just grow based on the user's Ryatsu, particularly the store of Ryatsu. As long as he's storing and building up Ryatsu, the sword will be bigger in Bankai. He can still wield it just as he would his normal sword, because it's his Zanpakuto, and the effects are amplified magnitudes. The difference, the downside with this Zanpakuto is that the blade is large and slightly unwieldy, even by the user, although it's his blade, so he can still use it. Kind of like Kenpachi, where Nojirashi, it looks like it should be unwieldy and just huge. Kenpachi still wields it with a lot of efficiency. And the Bankai relies on a lot of time and energy. That would be the other downside to this blade, is that while, yes, he still will always have an amount of Ryatsu, the longer he spends kind of like just relaxing and not doing anything, kind of illustrating the long sleeps he takes, the more powerful this blade ultimately will become in Bankai if he chooses to use it. So, for me, I think this is a good representation of who he is. Kind of lazy, but a powerhouse. And while he can be a bit more finesse with his abilities, he is kind of more to the matter of fact with when he needs to get something done. So, in my opinion, that is Lord Beerus' Shikai Bankai Zanpakuto. Tell me, though, what do you think my Zanpakuto should be? Me, Lord Beerus, that is. Let me know in the comments. My Beerus sounds a little like Vegeta, but it's not quite the same. Well, tell me, Whis. There you go. Yeah, tell me, Whis. Do you think this is what my Bankai should look like? Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next one. My What If will be up later today.